Hey everybody, this is RVML47, Robert from Dallas, Texas. I'm making this video today, and today is February the 25th, 2012. I had to look at the thing. It is 12:22 Central Standard Time. That would be 18:22 Coordinated Universal Time or Zulu Time, however you wish to call it. Anyway, let me start this because we do have an incoming coronal mass ejection. We talked about it yesterday, and it looks like that we are going to get sideswiped by this little puppy right here. Remember the one that went off the top and was a nice explosion yesterday? These were filament explosions. And then we also had a side bearing one. So we see that that comes through and does a pretty good, just catches us on the edge. And this is the density monitor, so I look at it just a little more. Wind speeds are going to stay relatively elevated. We do have a coronal hole on its way, but the wind speeds will also come up. Looking at the graph as the animation runs, it looks like the best time for some geomagnetic storming will begin in the next 12 hours and then also probably extend. This shows that this will not make it to us until the 27th, which would be 0 Zulu time on like the 26th, if that makes sense to you. The 26th is tomorrow, Sunday. So I would say that this is just probably a little slow on when the forecast gets here. And again, this is a new product, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So again, I'd say in the next 12 to 24 hours, I would be looking for a potential geomagnetic storm, and it could be a decent one because it does have some good plasma behind it, and it also happens to be in what I call a curly Q right here at the end. It's kind of like you get the whip effect. So anyway, for again, all you Aurora watchers on either pole, keep an eye out starting late. I would say late this UT day and then all day tomorrow, wherever it's dark. Keep an eye out. If you're at higher latitudes, you might be able to see some auroras. Now this is the solar wind, and this is like electrons and protons. We're having a proton storm. It's not a big one, but it's elevated enough to where if we try to look at ACE wind parameters, ACE solar wind parameters, it's hard to trust the numbers coming out because they get garbled whenever we have an elevated proton storm. We're also having an electron storm. So we've got two things going on right now. So in other words, we're just having a pretty good sun particle storm. So if you find some of your satellite things or things that rely on satellite being kind of wonky, well, it's because we're being bombarded right now from space. Again, nothing major here, but definitely it's obvious to see that we've got some decent uptick in protons and electrons. Again, I would show you solar wind parameters, but this clouds that, and I can't tell you how fast the solar wind speed is or the density or and stuff like that right now, just because it would be false data. It wouldn't be right. Now here's the induction magnetometer at Tacoma, Alaska, the HARP research facility located up there in Alaska. Again, PC1 pulsations, we saw those yesterday, just a couple here and there. This could be kind of letting us know that there is some geomagnetic agitation going on. So this could be a precursor to the geomagnetic conditions that are going to probably deteriorate over the next, again, 12 to 24 hours. Otherwise, HARP looks like HARP, just pretty much standard. Now, I've not showed you this magnetogram, but there's lots of magnetograms around the Earth that we monitor magnetic conditions. So I thought I'd show you this one. This is out of Sweden. It's the Kiruna, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, what interests me on this is I see that we are beginning to see some agitation in the geomagnetic field. We had a little agitation going on earlier this morning, and now, and this is in like 30-minute time slices. So just in the last 30 minutes, see here's 1800 Universal Time, which again, where I am in Texas and Dallas, would be noon. So could be that's the precursor we're seeing again to the potential geomagnetic storm. Again, this is a great tool. Again, this comes from the observatory, one of the magnetometers in Sweden that we use to look at just for different reasons. It's always fun to look at different magnetometers to see what's going on, and because the magnetometers are going to be reacting differently on different sides and parts of the Earth, especially if you're on the sunlit side, you're going to be seeing probably more agitation sometimes or less agitation. That made no sense. I take that back. You're just going to see differences in geomagnetics all around the Earth. It depends on geomagnetic field. So anyway, right there is something to keep an eye on. When you see a magnetometer do that, then it means that the magnetosphere is becoming agitated. Now, this is a new test product I came upon the other day, and okay, it just got big and did something weird on me. Hang on just a sec. Let's see if it holds its space. Again, this is a beta test product, but it's cool. It shows you where auroras are possible right now. Very light chances up here, and of course this right here is around the North Pole. Apparently there's something that causes my screen to do that, so we're just going to have to deal with it because, you know, what are you going to do? This line shows you the most southern extent into the southern latitudes that you could possibly see right now. So as you can see right now, there's not much geomagnetic storm going on. And again, this would be over the U.S. really, the U.S. and then the North Pole. But we'll check out different areas of the Earth. Okay, this would be the on the European side of the pole, and here's of course the Middle East, Siberia, Asia, and Saudi Arabia, Northern Africa. But anyway, this is just the edge of what you can see on the other one. It's just looking at it from a different way, but we're able to look at all the way around. Again, this is a test product, and it's pretty cool. If they get the bugs worked out, this could be a really cool product to show almost real-time aurora possibilities. So let's check a couple other places here. Okay, here's the South Pole. Antarctica right here. It's the bottom of South America. This would be Australia, I believe New Zealand. I could be wrong. That could be Africa. That's Africa and Madagascar. Here's Australia and stuff over here. I guess I don't forecast weather very much in the southern hemisphere, so I don't know my geography very well, which shame on me. Sorry about that. But anyway, it shows you that mainly the auroras right now can be seen right here on the tip of parts of Antarctica, but mainly over the ocean. Again, at this time, and this forecast is for 1835 Universal Time, which it happens to be right this moment. So it's almost real-time forecast. So I've got one more to show you, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, this is the Asian side of the North Pole, and as you can see, it's again, the auroras are mainly hanging very close to the poles, which they generally always do. Right now, nothing special is coming down too far into portions of Siberia, and there's Alaska, northern Alaska. So again, as I've learned this new product, I'll try to get better at showing it to you. Right now, I'm just kind of like It's probably kind of making me look halfway stupid, and I can't afford to look halfway stupid. Anyway, so that's a cool look at a new product that I may try to continue to show you as long as they keep doing it right and they improve upon it. And I wind up with a little Earth weather. There's not any severe weather outlooks today that show that there's any severe storms going on, but yesterday I talked about the East Coast getting some severe weather, and at one point there was tornado watches all up and down here. But you can see the preliminary counts. There were 8 tornadoes, 122 wind reports of damaging wind, 32 reports of damaging hail. So there was a total of 162 reports of severe weather yesterday. And that was in a moderate risk area. So the Severe Storms Prediction Center did a good job of picking out the areas that would be hit by some severe weather. Again, here in February, I know it's the end of February, but getting moderate risks already. It might be a bumpy spring, folks. Anyway, again, this is Robert Vermillion, and I keep bashing the table. Robert Vermillion from Dallas, Texas. Keep your eyes to the sky, and again, remember, a possibility of auroras are going to be on the increase over the next 12-24 hours, and if you're in a place that gets to see auroras, get your cameras ready, get your eyes ready, get out and watch. Otherwise, just enjoy a nice Saturday here in Dallas anyway, or wherever you are. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Y'all take care.